Recording live
from the studio.
The newly fucking improved studio, may I add.
They're back. They're better. They're getting balls deep.
Oh my god,
the Dudes and Don'ts girls, baby.
Yes, we're back, and we sincerely apologize for being but do we though? Because I feel like we say it so much.
Every 2 weeks, we're like, we're so sorry we've been MIA. We promise it'll never happen again. 2 weeks
then
later,
it happens again.
But we are sorry.
Yeah.
But we've been renovating. This is a work in progress right here. We got the couches. We have a sign. We're getting lights.
Yeah.
We're getting little neon things.
Yeah.
We're trying to make it really, really fucking cute.
We got this. We kind of got this. But, like, that's kind of the reason for the delay. And I feel like nobody cares about much more.
No, nobody cares.
So, are we going to get balls deep this week
We're
or what?
getting balls deep, baby.
I love it. I actually love it.
When we start making merch, it's going to be one of our things, just like balls deep. Or like, let's get balls deep.
Yeah. And then people are just going to give you guys dirty looks for wearing something that says let's get balls deep. But
Big
it's okay.
whores.
Support the cause.
Support the cause. So
it's like no one knows what the fuck they're doing anymore.
Let's just give them the do's and don'ts.
So a lot has changed in our fucking lives since we last recorded. Mm-hmm. For one, Donald Trump is no longer the president of the United States.
People are gonna come at us in the comments.
First it's my hair, then it's my bouncy leg. I'm sorry that I have
you guys
an attention span of
in the comments, so I'm always trying to protect her. Like, don't touch your hair, don't shake your leg.
Yeah,
they're gonna like you.
Eventually I'll be loved on this podcast, don't worry, but it's fine.
I have to like stop shaking my too. It's hard. Okay, anyways, I gotta know what to do with my leg.
We're good. But great fucking news for most of the people in America. The rest of the people in America are probably raging. But another fun fact is that the first vice president, the first female vice president of the United States is finally the vice president.
Up and about.
I
love that.
Living our best life.
This is great.
Girl power.
This is great for all feminists out there, including me and Alessia.
Fantastic.
We love this.
Yeah.
We thrive with situations like this.
We really do.
She's
honestly
up there with her stilettos making money moves. The girl. Good.
Good for her. We love that. We're very happy about the whole situation. Other than that, our life has changed.
Yeah, guys, check us out. Honestly.
Yeah, we're thriving.
And this is like a work in progress. Like, it's not done yet, our studio.
Yeah.
But wait till it's done. But we also couldn't take more time
to
finish it off because people were like, hey, you guys are fucking exaggerating now. It's been a month.
Yeah. So, other things that have changed in our lives are mentalities, because I feel like we've been through it all.
Yeah, our mentalities have really... The people that know us are shook by the way we think now.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm shook by the way we think now.
Yeah, we became whole ass different women.
We did a full 180.
I did a full 180.
Yeah, no, but so essentially, Alessia and I were the type of girls that we were here for a good time, not a long time.
Honestly.
And we lived by that.
That was our fucking life motto. We would walk into a room and say that. So if ever we're getting anything on our t-shirts, it's gonna be we're here for a good time, not a long time. And that's that on
We really, really lived by that. Yeah. And now little Alessia and I are like, hold up. We want to be here for a long time.
Yeah.
If it's good, if it's bad, if it's ugly, we want to fucking be here.
Yeah.
And so that's the type of situation we have going on now.
Yeah.
We're going steady. He said long term.
Yeah, we did a full 180 on that one. I mean, it's going great. Our new mentality, we're thriving with it. We have a lot of little debates about situations like that, though, because we really went through something before we got to that point in our lives. And it's fun because Amanda and I always get to that point in our lives at the same time. Like when we
get to the same point at the same time.
Always. When we have our fuck girl stage, it's always at the same time. Mm-hmm. And then when we're like more down to be...
Then we're over it at the same time.
Always at
Which
the
is
same
great
time.
because if Alessia was still in it and then I was in my whole I want to be in a relationship, I want to be a wife type of thing.
That would be the worst situation ever.
Yeah, I wouldn't really know what to do and it would cause a little bit of conflict there.
Yeah, but I think it helped a lot that we did go through that like fuck girl stage.
I feel like they're like, Amanda, Alessia, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Guys, look, this is what we're talking about. At the end of the day, Alessia and I are happy talking to one man and one man only. She has her guy going on. I have my guy going on. We're happy. We're thriving. We're living for it. Now, the question at hand is this. Like, let's be fucking honest. Had we not had that little fuckery stage or whatever the fuck you want to call it, it was just a shit show. Had we not had that shit show stage,
it was a shit show.
Would we be where we are now? Would we be ready?
I personally wouldn't be. I needed that. I can very, very, very adamantly say that I needed that stage in my life to be able to settle down with anybody that I might be settling down with in the future. So personally, I don't regret anything that I've done. Every person, I feel like they just like made me grow forward. Like, I feel like you need to meet so many different people in your life. Like, I met people from honestly all over the world. And no, not really. I'm exaggerating. But
she's talking about like Mexico and Punta Cana.
Yeah,
all over the
world. But no, and I just think that it's important to just meet new people and get new life experiences with new people. Because at the end of the day, like, when you're 60 and you're bored and you want to think or tell your grandkids stories, you're not gonna have stories with just two people.
I think the stories we have, we wouldn't be able to tell anyways. But
that's very factual. But you know what I mean.
I do get what you're saying, and I'm actually a believer that's like, you have to get it all out of your system in order to be like, okay, that was fun, I had a great time, but I'm ready for something serious now.
I do agree. I think it's a little bit hard to say though, because I do think I know certain people that would be okay with just being with a small, very intimate amount of people in their lifetime, and they didn't have to go through that like fuck girl, fuck boy
Wait, but I'm not
stage.
even saying that you had to go out there and have sex with the world, because we honestly didn't.
No, we didn't at all. But
what I'm trying to say is that I needed that time to be single, to go out and like hook up and just like live. I needed time to live before I was codependent with someone. But now that it's all out of my system, I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to go out and party my face off anymore, and I don't want to end up at some fucking random person's kitchen at 7:00 in the morning anymore. Like, which has been
the amount of times that has actually happened.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, now I want something serious, and I want to like Netflix and chill and all that little weird coupley shit.
I guess that has to do with time, I guess, because like for us, it took us like 2.5 or like 2 years to be able to settle down and to be able to like not want to go through that like wild phase in our lives anymore. Yeah. And for some people, it could take them 6 months. It could take them a year. It could take them 2 months. Like,
because I know couples that have been together from a very young age, and then right when they're supposed to get serious and now it's time for like engagement and marriage, they fall apart. And the one thing I always hear is, I need to experience life on my own. I need to make my own choices and do my own thing. And for me, it breaks my heart to see. It's like, well, you guys have been dating since you were 16. You guys are now 25. And now you want to experience things on your own, not when you should be getting married.
Yeah, that would break my fucking heart. I think that's very valid, because
that's why I'm saying you should experience it before you get into these long-term relationships.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more, honestly. Like, I have always said this from day one. Like, you need to go through that phase. I actually even know some guys that they're just not down for that fuckboy stage, and that they're not down to be like living the single life. Like, they want to have that comfort, and they want to have that.
These people that you've just thrown in the pot together, these are the type of people that must care about like body count and things like that.
Maybe. For what reason you think do they care? Like reputation, or you think they care because like they don't want to be with somebody that like could give them a sexual disease?
The sexual disease, you just completely caught me off guard there. But this episode is sponsored by Trojan. On that note, stay fucking safe.
Well, you brought up the body counts. I was like, okay, if they care about body count, they could, like, some people could care, like, I just want to be with somebody that's like clean. It's like clean down there, you know, like not somebody that's been like around, like
used and abused type of bitch.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And like some people actually care about that, and or reputation, but I don't know why I went like sexual disease.
I was talking to a guy about this, and he literally flat out told me, because I was saying my beliefs. So I was like, I believe a girl should go out there, and if she wants to have sex, she has sex. If she doesn't, she doesn't. She wants to party. She does what the fuck she fucking wants all the time.
Girl, how?
And he goes, Amanda, I honestly, genuinely, and thoroughly couldn't disagree more with every word fucking flowing out of your mouth.
I love hearing that.
And I was like, why? And he's like, in my opinion, no, a girl shouldn't go through that phase. He's like, I don't think she would be happy with herself going through that phase. He's like, and then he's like, what? He's like, she goes out, she has sex, and then she comes home alone, and like she looks at herself in the mirror. He's like, you think she's happy? He's like, you really genuinely think she's happy? He's like, and more importantly, he's like, as a guy, hearing the reputation that this girl has now created for herself, I don't want to be with a girl that everyone knows what she looks like naked. He's like, I don't want to be with a girl like that, and I don't want to be with a girl that has such a crazy body count. And he's like, and I understand that if I met you today, all I should care about is from this point on. He's like, but I will hear about your past, because that's how men are. Men brag. Men like to talk. Men are gonna label a girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not fair.
No.
It's not fair that a girl, if she wants to live her life and do whatever, it's not fair. And then if a guy does it, it's like, you go, Christopher, you live that life, you fuck those bitches.
Yeah. I was literally just gonna say that, because at the end of the day, but hold on,
tell me,
because personally, if a guy has been with a big amount of women, I don't know if I would feel comfortable dating him for the specific reason that he's not a very picky guy. Okay, so get like in my my head,
that's a kick in the crotch right there.
It's just because, but it depends how many women, in my opinion. But it's just because sometimes you want a guy, like when you're trying to get into a serious relationship, that has a bit more of a specific not taste, I would say, but just like standard, exactly, perfect word. And you don't want him to be attracted and want to do things with any girl that he lays eyes on, because at the end of the day, it's going to make you feel a bit more insecure throughout that relationship.
Okay.
So if the guy told me that he had hooked up with like 60 plus girls or whatever, it's like, clearly your standards aren't high. Clearly you're gonna be attracted to anything you see, and how can I know that you're gonna be loyal to me if you hooked up with so many girls? So essentially, like, I'm judging the men like the men are judging me. Like, I kind of care, because like,
I'm kind of shook. I've never thought of it the way that you're describing. Because in the way I am, it's like, well, boys are boys, and like they will go out and hook up, and like, you know, like no number could really like throw me off the fucking bench.
I don't know. To me, one time I actually, like, I hooked up with a guy that had hooked up with, like, he told me over like 80 women, and I was like, oh my god, I never spoke to him ever again, because I was like, clearly there's nothing special about me for you to like, you literally just wanted to hook up with me. Like, I don't know, like, most probably 90% of the 80 women that he went with were not like.
So for you, body count does matter.
Yeah, honestly, depends how high, because like, live your life, you know, like.
See, for me, no. And for me, I won't even fucking ask you, because I don't even want to.
Oh, I will never ask you. I don't care if you tell me your number. Like, I never ask, because what kind of a fucking pussy wants to know how many people were before him? Like, no. Yeah. Like, I find it so weird.
No, I never ask, and I never want to be asked. And if you ask me, it's such a turn off.
You're just staring to
because my number is not even high. In all reality, it's like people are like, oh, like I always thought, and I'm like, why?
Same.
Because of my pictures?
Because my asshole is out on Instagram.
What? But it's like, just the fact that you're asking me, it's just like, ew.
Why do you care?
Yuck.
What do you think of me? Why do you care?
But it's like yuck. Like, you've met me today on. You didn't meet me back when I was like 18, 19, 20. Yeah. You met me now.
Yeah. You know I totally agree. I actually got a different perspective from a guy. I was talking to him about this situation, and I'm like, what do you think? Because I told him my perspective on how I probably wouldn't date a guy, but this is for like a serious relationship.
You're like, how many women have you fucked? Because if it's more than 5, get the fuck out of my house.
No, I didn't. I actually didn't care. I don't care, because honestly, I don't like having that conversation. I find it a stupid conversation.
It's just
weird.
Why?
Even though, like, said, our counts are not high. It's just a stupid conversation to have.
You know why it's weird? Because they're never gonna just leave it at that. Like, what's your number? Oh, your number's 3. Okay. No, it's okay. Who?
100%.
And it's
always.
the who.
Is it somebody I know?
Is it somebody I'm friends with? Is it somebody that you're still chilling with, but do you still see him around? Oh, you work with him. Well, now you're not gonna go to like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, why would I put myself through that? And then just for what? To have him jealous or freak out every time I'm around that person?
Yeah.
If
I
I'm
hate
still
that
around,
conversation.
you know, like, fuck that conversation.
Yeah, it is actually the worst conversation. But
And fuck the whole stigma around that. Fuck being judged by it. Like, I could go off about this.
Yeah, no, I know we could definitely go off. But hold on. So his perspective was that he didn't care.
Look at the struggle of my
Yeah, we're getting stands. It's gonna happen eventually. He didn't care how many men the girl that he was talking to slept with. More if she like slept with 40 men and they were all from the same city, he would care a lot more than if she slept with 40 men dispersed around the world. Because for him, he didn't want to be like chilling in a room where she had hooked up with 5 different guys and they all know what she looks like naked. Whereas like if she hooked up with different men all over the world, then like what are the chances of him actually being in the same room with 5 men that she hooked up with? You know what I mean?
But if he doesn't know, then what he doesn't know can't hurt him.
But that's it. That's why it's a stupid conversation to have. It's never have it. I feel like anybody that is thinking about having that conversation, please don't have it. It's just gonna make things awkward.
You guys just both look whack. I'll be honest, like a whack ass conversation.
I think it's just gonna make things awkward and just like I don't know, because then there's always that thought in the back of their mind, like, oh, like, okay, their body count is 10. Like, I wonder who the 10 are. I wonder if one of them I know.
The person I'm interested in now, he's very, very flirty. And I can't say nothing because you're talking to a girl that won the biggest flirt award.
She did. We all watched her walk up there proudly with that award. It's still framed in her room, guys.
Flirted my way to get a degree. Hello. But no, in all honesty, like, I see the way, and I love it. I love how friendly he is. I love how flirty he is. He makes all the girls feel good. I love it. But if I were to find out like who it is that he slept with and then see him be his own self with, it would bother me a bit because I'd be like, wait, hang on, is this just like for fun now, or is he being serious with this little flirty thing? Like, what's going on here? And what
is she gonna think about him?
And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to, like, I'm not the jealous type at all. Yeah. And every guy that's ever dated me knows that. But it's like, I just don't want to feel like a bit inferior by it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
Because like, what can I gain from that now?
Yeah.
Besides rage. Like, seriously.
No, nothing. You're absolutely right.
And even you asking like why do you want to know? Like, because what? Because you don't want him to chill with certain people? You don't want him to text certain... Like, what is it? Like, why do you have to know his shit?
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I have nothing to say.
You're just like,
I'm just sitting here, like, I'm just getting interrogated here. Like, Amanda really went off on this topic, and I just don't feel like this should be the Amanda show for just a sec.
No, I just don't like it. I really don't like it.
No, I do agree. I think it's really stupid of a conversation to have, and I think that that's just... I think that no one should just have it, and I think that I feel like even like the conversation on exes is stupid. I think, like, why do you have to know?
Well, wait, the exes that the exes I would want to know, but I don't want to know all your exes. I don't want to know, like, oh, in elementary school. The important ones. Like, who's the one that made you fall in love? And I almost want to hear about her, and I want to hear the stories revolving around her, because I want to know what makes you. Like, this girl.
That's really nice of you, Amanda. Like, wow. I would just, like, fuck her. Fuck your past.
Alessia's like, don't tell me shit.
I want nothing to do with her. I want nothing to know about her. As long as, like, if she's out of your life, good. Mm-hmm. Let's keep her out of the life. And let's not talk about her. Unless, like, the only things I want to know is the bad things she did so that I know not to do that. Like, if he goes, like, oh, like, every single day she would, like, ask me what I was doing and I just fucking hated that, then I'll be like, well, for one, you're a bitch. But secondly, like, fine, I won't ask you what you're doing every day. Because I know that it's going to bother you.
Yeah.
But I don't want to know about her. I don't want to see her. I don't want to know what she looks like. I don't want to know who she is. I'm not down.
You're toxic. I'm going under.
Yeah, sorry for whoever ends up being my boyfriend. You will have a lot to deal with.
Oh my goodness. But no, I do get that. Like, some people just don't want to fucking know. Like, what the fuck do you have to know for? But I want to know.
Yeah, that's
Like,
which
look,
is fine.
Look at the little fucking.
I know.
Man
I feel like
become.
it would. I understand your perspective as well, because, like, yeah, like, you want to know, you want to know
'Cause
every
she's a
part of his life.
from-
Exactly. You
like,
want to
whether
know
I like it
every
or
part
not.
of his life. So I do understand why you'd want to know about her. But to me, I guess because I'm super competitive, and I'm like one of those like ragey jealous bitches sometimes, like, I don't want to know who I'm competing with. Like, I know that I thrive to be number one at all times.
Yeah.
So, like, if I feel like I'm competing with someone, I just get angry. So, like, I just try to, like,
Yeah.
think that I'm always the only person. And then, like, if I find out otherwise, I find out otherwise, you know?
And she comes there.
And then
Breaks your
whatever
kneecaps.
happens. And I feel like, you know, that's pretty much I feel like then it's done.
The guy you're talking to now, he's calling his insurance company. Yeah, I'd like to add more coverage for my car and my life insurance as well. Thank you so much, Allstate. Have a great day. That's what
Yeah,
he's
he's gonna watch this episode and trip. Okay, guys, if next week we come back and I'm still talking to the guy that I'm talking to, then we're chilling.
Yeah.
Because if he watches this and continues to talk to me, then
Yeah. I had something to say. I don't remember. But I definitely had something.
oh, I know what you had to say. Okay, so Amanda calls me. It's like 11 o'clock at night, like 12.
Oh my god, I forgot about this. Oh my god, no, wait, let's.
I have to say it. So she calls me. I'm like in my
Am
bed.
I fucking mortified right now? I'm more pink than the fucking outline of
She's
this
staring
banner.
at the wall. She's like, I want to leave
This
right now.
story
Yeah.
that Alessia's about to say is fucking whack.
Okay, guys. So she calls me fucking late at night. She goes, Alessia, I have something to tell you, and I think it would be super interesting if we talk about it on the podcast. So I'm like, talk, mama.
Just be like, it was really late. There was no reason I
Yeah,
should have
like,
called.
it's super late. Like, I don't even know why I answered. She goes, okay, I'm talking to this guy. I'm at this guy's house. And I feel like he doesn't know what to do because he really has to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, what? She goes, Alessia, he opened all the blenders. He's watching TikToks. He, like, started to play music in the background. Like, he opened the water of the bathroom. Like, I think he really has to shit and he doesn't know what to do.
Hey guys, honestly,
I stared into the phone. I had nothing to say. I was like, I guess leave his apartment. Like, I don't know what to...
that's not even. Long story short, okay, fucking really long story short. Him and I are about to walk out of his apartment, condo, whatever the fuck it is. We're about to walk out, and I just see him look at me with such panic and complete defeat, okay? So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So he goes, like, Amanda. And I'm like, what? And he goes, I really have to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, okay. Okay. He goes, and it was almost a look of like, please don't stop loving me after what I'm about to do. That's what the look on his face. And he's like, he's fidgeting and he's like not moving from the doorway, and he's like, fuck it, I can't hold it in, I have to go. So he goes in the bathroom and he's like, just turn everything on. And I'm like, what? Like the blender, the fan, is there like a fucking mowing thing? Like, turn everything on. And I hear him like, turn on the shower, turn on the water, turn on the sink. There's things running that I don't even know where the sounds are coming from at this point. And he's in the bathroom, and I was telling Alessia, like, I was like, do I love him any less? No. Am I just so glad that that wasn't me?
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine roles were reversed?
Oh, my God. Okay.
What was I going to do?
Yeah, this is definitely...
What was I going to do?
That's definitely an issue. Nothing. What you would do is get in your car and leave.
But the thing that's fucked is that we actually have to go somewhere together. So that's why he was like, do I wait till I'm there? He's like, Amanda, I have to go to the bathroom. And I, like, if you stop loving me at this point, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, thank God it wasn't you.
Thank God it wasn't
Because
me.
what if you had to be like, dude, I was going to say his name. What if you were going to be like, oh, fuck, man, like, I really have to go to the bathroom? Would he have looked at you and been like, okay.
Like, I'm the type of girl that even when I just have to pee in a guy's bathroom, I make sure it's choppy. Like, it's like, zoom, and I'm out of there.
Trust me, I know.
Because I don't want him to think I'm in there pooping my life away.
Yeah.
Because especially if it's too long and I'm doing my hair, like, the time it takes kind of looks like I did something else. So it's like, I just zoom out of there.
I get that.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a topic of conversation to have, because what would you have actually done if roles were reversed? How long is it that you're talking to this guy? Like a couple of months, right? Like, at one point in your relationship, should you be like, okay, I have to shit, and if you love me after this, then fucking kudos to you, but if you don't, like, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Like, what
when
point?
can you have the shit talk? I don't know.
I feel like the shit talk is a more important conversation.
That's a huge step in the relationship.
Huge. I mean, like, you don't have to have, like, you could literally have all of the appliances on, your TikTok going, your music going.
But he knows that you just, like, rearrange the workings of his plumbing.
Oh, 100.
He knows 100%.
What you've done there. Yeah. They know. They for sure know. Like, with the water running, like, it's the oldest trick in the book. Yeah. So it's like, when do you have that?
Like, at what point could you look at him dead ass in the eyes and you're like, I'm gonna go take a shit.
Oh, man.
See you.
I don't know, Amanda. That's a really interesting conversation. I feel like when you're just comfortable enough with the person,
I don't think
because there's no amount of time. I think it's just you have to be on that level. Some people do it right away.
Some people do it right away.
Some people,
those are ballsy
some
bitches.
People do.
She looks at him and she's like, listen,
fuck.
No ass play after what I'm about to do in there, boy.
I honestly don't think, like, I was with my ex for 3 years. I don't think I ever even like farted in front of him.
Really?
Yeah. I was with him for 3 years. I don't think ever once in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
I was
not
good. Big on farting.
Okay, but I mean, like,
but I'm lactose intolerant.
So sometimes it can happen. Yeah.
I have to fucking go.
Yeah.
And it's like, but yeah,
like,
I try to not. What point do we? Yeah, you're right. I guess when you're comfortable.
I guess it has to be comfort.
But I think just genuinely over time, you both start, like, opening up more to each other, and, like, these things become a norm. Yeah. Like, going to the bathroom becomes a norm. Like, I know couples that are these, like, yeah, like, she'll poop, and, like, not only will she poop, she's gonna leave the door open.
Okay. I feel like any moment in my life, I would like the door closed when I poop. However, I do understand, like, the whole situation of just being comfortable with your significant other. I think it has to be, like, you just have to understand, like, each other's boundaries and stuff. Yeah. But not for nothing, that story made me literally piss my pants, and I felt like it was super important to you guys could give us your thoughts on, like, this whole situation.
When do you start shitting in front of your girlfriend or boyfriend?
When throughout my entire relationship, I don't think I've ever had to, like, drop that bomb. When I was with my boyfriend, I don't know, I feel like I was always in a place.
I felt so bad for he looked so, like, just
I
defeated.
can imagine the fear in his eyes at that moment. Like, this girl is going to think I'm the grossest human.
But he's so handsome. It's like,
he is a good-looking guy. I'm not gonna take that away from you. Yeah,
I won't take that away from you.
I'm not gonna take that away from you. No. But yeah. So have things changed in our lives?
Yes. A lot has changed.
Very much, and I think that we're very happy about the steps that we're taking. And those
the girls were becoming. My boobie popping out of my shirt.
I think both of us are about to have a nip slip, and I feel like that's when we should, like, wrap up the whole Dudes and Don'ts episode for this week. And we promise that we're gonna be back more often.
Yeah, we'll take our promises with a grain of salt.
Okay. Listen to Amanda, I guess, because it takes two to tango, bitches.
Takes two to potty, baby.
All right, so
is that it?
I mean,
did we talk enough
about we spoke a lot. I think they might be a bit tired of our voices at the end of this. We'll see, like, the situation when we're done.
So all in all, if you're still with us, shitting in front of your significant other, yes or no, and when?
No, or when you're comfortable. And do you ever ask your significant other their body count?
No. And you could shit in front of them. Don't tell them no. These people are gonna have, like, fucking colon problems.
All right, yeah. So
shit if you have to fucking shit.
just make sure they love you afterwards.
Just forewarn them, like,
Forewarning.
what's about to happen here. It doesn't change what I feel about you, baby.
Oh, and with that being said, thank you for tuning in with us this week. We do apologize again for being MIA, but yeah, take our promises of being back soon with a grain of salt. But you know,
We'll be back. We'll
try our best. Honestly.
Little twinny action. Yeah, no, we do try our best, honestly. This ending is really taking long. Guys, thank you for tuning in.
We are the Dudes and Don'ts girls.
We're the Dudes and Don'ts girls.
And we're out this week. We love you very much. Thank you for tuning in.
Thumbs up. Alessia always forgets that part. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a 5-star rating. Do what you gotta do. And don't be afraid to shit in front of your significant other.
It's like no one knows what the fuck they're doing anymore.
Let's just give them the do's and don'ts.